In the depths of the universe, where time stretches infinitely and distances defy comprehension, an ancient civilization struggled for survival. The Trisolarans, as they were called, inhabited a planet within a chaotic three-star system. Unlike the predictable orbits of most planetary bodies, their world was caught in an unpredictable dance, swinging between scorching heat and freezing cold, dictated by the erratic pull of the three suns. Sometimes the planet was locked in a stable orbit, allowing civilizations to flourish. Other times, the star's gravitational forces would hurl the planet into devastation, reducing progress to dust. Far across the cosmos, on Earth, humanity remained oblivious to this struggle until a momentous discovery altered the course of history. In the late 20th century, Chinese astrophysicist HumanityFYeah, disillusioned with humanity after witnessing personal tragedies during the Cultural Revolution, found herself drawn into a secret military project. Deep in a remote observatory, she stumbled upon a way to amplify radio signals, sending messages beyond the solar system. Against all protocols, she transmitted Earth's location into the void, convinced that an advanced alien civilization might be humanity's only hope for salvation. Decades later, the response arrived. A message, simple but chilling, warned her to stop. Do not reply. They will come. But HumanityFYeah had already made her choice. She responded anyway. The Trisolarans, desperate for a stable home, interpreted this as an invitation. Their immense fleet set sail toward Earth, a journey that would take 400 years. Meanwhile, they employed a sophisticated plan to destabilize human advancement, sending microscopic supercomputers sophons to Earth to disrupt scientific progress. Researchers found themselves unable to make sense of fundamental physics, as experiments yielded inconsistent results. The advancement of technology stagnated. As knowledge of the impending invasion spread, Earth's nations splintered. Some sought to resist, while others embraced the Trisolarans as superior beings. A secretive organization, the Earth Trisolarist movement, emerged, dedicated to aiding the aliens. They saw humanity as corrupt and unworthy of survival. Governments scrambled to prepare defenses, forming the Wallfacer Project, an initiative where selected individuals were given unlimited resources to devise countermeasures, their strategies concealed within their minds to prevent Trisolaran spies from uncovering them. One such Wallfacer, Luo Ji, initially dismissed as unimportant, discovered an existential truth. The universe was a dark forest. Civilizations, desperate for survival, hid their existence from others, knowing that any sign of life could attract annihilation. With this understanding, he devised a terrifying deterrence. If the Trisolarans ever approached, he would reveal their coordinates to the cosmos, inviting destruction upon them. The Trisolarans, fearing this outcome, halted their advance. But peace was fragile. Over centuries, humanity's technological stagnation gave way to new advancements. The Trisolarans, still lurking, sought alternative strategies. As alliances formed and collapsed, betrayal lurked in the shadows. Some humans sought to harness Trisolaran knowledge for power, while others clung to the hope of coexistence. The balance of survival teetered on a knife's edge, dictated by physics, strategy, and deception. In the vastness of space, where civilizations played a deadly game of existence, the true nature of the universe remained indifferent. The three-body problem had no simple solution, and neither did the fate of humanity. As the centuries passed, humanity adapted, but the looming threat of the Trisolarans never faded. With the deterrence era in place, Luoji's warning held them at bay. However, time was not on humanity's side. While the Trisolarans had halted their invasion, they continued to observe, waiting for the moment when the balance of power would tip in their favor. Meanwhile, the fragile peace on Earth was strained by internal conflicts, as factions debated whether deterrence could truly last forever. A new figure emerged in history, Chang-Xian, an aerospace engineer from the early 21st century who was later awakened from hibernation in the distant future. Unlike Luo Ji, whose mind was sharp and ruthless in its logic, Chang-Xian was driven by empathy. She inherited the responsibility of maintaining the Dark Forest deterrence, a role that determined the fate of both Earth and Trisolaris. However, the burden of holding the universe hostage proved too great. She hesitated, believing that peace could be achieved without fear. Her decision led to the removal of the deterrence system, and within moments the balance shifted. The Trisolarans, freed from the looming threat of cosmic exposure, resumed their plans. Yet, just as they prepared to claim Earth, an even greater force appeared. The fundamental rule of the Dark Forest dictated that civilizations should never reveal themselves. For the moment they did, they risked annihilation. And now, with deterrence gone, another unknown cosmic observer had taken notice. Without warning, a simple message was broadcast across the universe. Trisolaris had been exposed. The response was swift and absolute. A distant, unseen force unleashed an attack so devastating that Trisolaris was wiped from existence in an instant. The once mighty invaders had been reduced to nothing more than silence in the cold abyss of space. Humanity was spared, for now, but the realization dawned upon them that if they had learned of Trisolaris, others could just as easily learn of Earth. The knowledge of the Dark Forest was no longer a theoretical idea. It was a law of the universe. And if Earth was ever discovered, the same fate would befall humanity. A desperate plan was set into motion. The remaining survivors of Earth, now aware of their own cosmic vulnerability, sought escape. With advanced technology, they constructed a small fleet of vessels capable of carrying fragments of human civilization into the depths of space. Some would remain, hiding in the shadows, while others would venture outward, seeking refuge in the unknown. Chang-Xian, haunted by the weight of her decisions, became one of the last to leave. As she drifted into the void, she looked back at Earth, now dim and abandoned, a world that had once thrived but was now at the mercy of an indifferent universe. The three-body problem had never been just a mathematical puzzle. It was a symbol of chaos, uncertainty, and the brutal reality of existence in the cosmos. There were no easy solutions, no clear winners, only survival for as long as the universe allowed it. And somewhere, in the endless darkness, the next observer watched, waiting for the moment when Earth would shine too brightly and vanish like all the others before it.